Alright, without further ado, hello guys, Scarinja101 here for another episode of Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door. In the last episode, we've been duped by Dupless, and got the red Chaos Emerald in return. And in this episode, we're gonna go into the harbor, cause the next Chaos Emerald is in the island. Blech. And we find ourselves a little ship here. And what's a ship doing here in Rougeport? Well, I'm pretty sure there's a different place where, quote-unquote, pirates can go when they're not pirating. When they're not pirating. Get it? Oh, and, I've trained myself through, the Pit of 100 Trials a bit. I'm now up to level 14. And managed to get a lot of tattling in there as well. So we'll be heading back to adventure right now. Cause this guy is the ticket. And this is the Skull Stone, the lucky charm of my family. I love you, you sparkly thing. It's so fabulous, I wish to give it great big kisses. It never leaves my sight. Never. And what do you want, ah? Who, me? You ask about? Ah, I am called Flavio. I am, how you say, a trader. The richest man in Rougeport. Monetary wealth gives me freedom. Yes, and freedom gives me wealth of spirit. And yet, why is it that a man whose life is unchained must always long for yet more, ah? What is missing from my life? This tears at my very insides, I must know. What do I lack? Money maybe? So he's the richest man. Probably thrills. I suppose one does need some thrills every now and then. There is nothing like the feeling of being alone on a mountain, shivering to death. Ah, no! Foolish Flavio! Not chills, you silly man! What I need are thrills. I can't do that thing. Wait, hold the horses. That is it! Now that I am thinking of it, I once heard of the treasure of Cortez, the Pirate King. Yes, this is the answer. Oh, so much happiness for me. A hunt for pirate treasure. Why, that just shrieks of romance and thrills, and emotion, and even money. Do you not know the tale, the Pirate King's treasure, hidden on Keyhole Key? Ah, well, tales say that the Pirate King Cortez hid his hoard of pirate booty there. For years, treasure hunters and ruffians have gone there in search of the loot. But not a single one of them has ever returned. Oh, the horror makes my back tingle. People here whisper that the ghost of Cortez attacks all who seek his treasure. It is because of those very rumors that people no longer go to Keyhole Key. But that will not stop Flavio. That treasure is there, yes, and I am going to prove it. For I am Flavio, trader extraordinaire, millionaire, savior of the seven seas. What is that you are saying? You are also looking for a treasure here in Rougeport? Why talk such craziness? There isn't anything like that in this dull armpit of a town. You cannot be believing each stupid rumor about the treasure some street urchin spews out. No, 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 no! Now what madness comes bursting from your mouth? You have a treasure map? Well, hand it over. Rather, I mean, show me. You are having a joke on me. This map leads straight to Keyhole Key. You swine! You mean to steal my treasure out from under me? You awful, awful man! Well, now I'm confused. You're looking for things known as the Chaos Emeralds?
Oh, yeah.
But now that I'm thinking, A crystal-shaped stone was said to be in Cortez's hoard. Perhaps I could sell it for a staggering amount of cash. Yes, that would be. Ah, stop such thoughts, Flavio. What you need is romance, thrills, and emotion. I cannot ignore what this business before me suggests. This must be fate at work. Flavio shall go with you to Keyhole Key. Of course, the Chaos Emerald is yours, yes? But the rest of the treasure is mine. That's like Jafar saying, bring me the lamp. The rest of the treasures is yours, but the lamp is mine. You must repeat that. Flavio's ears are plugged. You have no ship. Ha 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 ha. You unfortunate foolish man. Do you not know who I am? I will have a ship ready in no time, and it will be massive and glorious, and one that I have seen already. Splendid, splendid, splendid. Let us begin preparations immediately, shall we? I will volunteer myself as our intrepid leader, and you will be captain. Danger and adventure tickle my nostrils. Come to the harbor right away. Don't leave without me. Don't leave without me. I know where I must go to hang myself. Can I actually get on there? Yeah. I can't hang myself. Man, that will be such a major troll for kids playing this. Like, ooh, what's this thing do? Mario accidentally hangs himself? Game over. Alright, so let's see what we have here. There's something suspicious about you, but I know about this game. A slight problem seems to have popped up. But feast your eyes on this outrageously fantastic ship. She is a fine vessel, no? She is the SS Flavion, the queen of the countless ships in my personal fleet. The raw majesty of her hull, the pomp and circumstance, none can compare to her. Behold the elegant curve of her prow. She cuts to the very soul, don't you agree? But she is not just a beauty. She is a savage beast on the water, tops among sailboats. But above all, I tell ya, this proud ship can... yes. Did you speak? Yes, of course. The problem that has sprung up. I had completely forgotten about it. The SS Flavion, she bewitches me. Here's the issue. We have no navigator. He ran off, the dog. The navigator, of course, is the highest ranked helmsman. They steer ships, you know. Now here's the real problem. I am lip-syncing out like crazy. I'm trying not to lips. You know how it is for dialogues and all that. The waters around Keyhole Key are deathly dangerous. We need an absurdly sturdy and skilled helmsman for our navigator. It is how you say, a pickle. Oi, Flavio! Who you talking here, sir? If you don't mind me saying, I might have a solution. Do not tease me, Paw Patch. You can solve our problem? Then spit it out already. Well, sir, I heard talk of a legendary sailor living in Rougeport. Yeah, I think he's called Admiral Bobbery, a salty old sea dog by all accounts. But he's said to have a helmsman's touch, sir. He can make any ship bow to his will. Thing is, there ain't a soul what's seen him on the seas of late. Basa boom, basa boom, bada boom, bada bing. Problem solved. Let us scout to this Bobbery fellow and get him on board. As is customary, my captain will handle all negotiations. That would be you. That does sound fair to everyone, does it not? No complaints. Aye, sounds fair. I'm on board. Good plan. It's decided. You must find this Bobbery and bring him here. Our fortune sails with you. Of course, everything all leads to me to do stuff. That's why it's first player problems, I guess. Just like in Final Fantasy. When the first player dies, it's game over, but when the computer players die, you just have the ability to revive them. Hell, take Final Fantasy 13 for an example. So, I think he's in here. It's locked from the inside. Or maybe he's in here. No, that's Frankly's lab. Oh, that's right. I have to get across. I think I know how to do this one. I think I need Scars Jr. out here. I don't think I've been up here before. Because here's a star piece on top of that roof. And he could go down this chimney using your barrel roll or whatnot. Ow. And here he is. What do you blokes want? Maybe I'll give him like a Mr. Krabs voice or something. You seek Admiral Bobbery? Never heard of the gent. Take your search elsewhere. Now away with you. Well, that doesn't seem very nice. Oh, hey. You keep a shine sprite in here? Well, it doesn't seem very nice of you. Now what do we do? I think we have to go back there. Oh, no way, I do believe I know who else to talk to. I do believe you need to talk to the bartender. Back where you first saw Flavio. This guy here. Admiral Bobbery? Yeah, I know him. You know that house just past the wall in the eastern part of town? That's his. But I think both you and he would be better off if you just let him be. Are you sure? I know you have to talk to What about you? No. I'm sure you need to talk to somebody else. You know what? Let's go back and talk to him. I don't want time to be wasting here. I actually want to set sail right now. Drop the axe, Super Stash. We already found out that you're Admiral Bobbery. What the poppycock? Tell me, what would you want with me if I were this chap? You say your ship needs a navigator and you want me to do the job? So sorry, but you'll have to look elsewhere. I shall set sail upon the sea nevermore. That's just not cool. You want to see me beg or something? Is that it? You have to come along. Only you can get us safely to Keyhole Key. Awfully sorry, dear boy. But when I say no, what I mean is no! Okay. Well, what's next? What's the next move, Chief? This salty dude's going nowhere fast. Can't figure this guy out. What's his beef with the ocean anyways? Go find someone who knows what this dude's deal is. And I do believe it's back to the bartender. I guess I came out a little too early for that. Sorry, guys. I just want to get ahead to the ocean as quick as possible. Well, can't say that surprises me. The real question is, are you folks really sure you want Bobbery back on the water? Oh, is that it? You want to mount an expedition to Keyhole Key. Rough seas out there. Most sailors would meet their ends. Not old Bobbery, though. The fact of the matter is, Admiral Bobbery's tale is sad. Horribly sad, actually. You probably end up crying, but I'll tell you... but I'll tell it to you if you really want me to. No, I hate sad stories. Alright, in that case, get ready. Bobbery's tale of the woe goes something like this. Bobbery was once married. He had a wife of enduring beauty named Scarlette. The two of them were madly in love, the sort of love reserved for fairy tales. Now, Bobbery was a renowned sailor, so he was away from home for long periods. Scarlette never complained, though, and always waited faithfully for Bobbery's return. And Bobbery? His eye never drifted. He loved only Scarlette, truly and deeply. So they lived and found happiness where they could, and all was good for a time. But not all good things can last. It was particularly icy winter when it happened. Scarlette fell ill. A virus? A passing cold? No one knew. But it soon turned serious. Bobbery, at sea on a long, lonely voyage, knew nothing of his bride's suffering. By the time he returned, Scarlette had succumbed. She was gone. Bobbery, of course, blamed himself. My loving wife perished because of me. If I were not at sea, I could have nursed her to health. I could have saved her. He was overcome with such thoughts. They tormented him always, haunting his sleep. He has never gone out to sea since. What a downer. I guess that was a pretty good reason for hating the ocean. You all know this tale now, so tell me, do you still want him to return to the sea? Well, we have no choice. If you're that determined, then I'll give you this. I think he writes a little... Oh, it's a letter. A letter Scarlette wrote to Bobbery on her deathbed. On her deathbed, Scarlette wrote Bobbery a final letter. I don't know what's written inside, but I can tell you what she told me as she lay dying. If I should succumb to this plague, and if my love should blame himself for my death, then give this letter to him, so he may hear my voice. It was her last request, but when I saw Bobbery in misery, trying to forget the pain as he mourned his wife, I just couldn't bring myself to present this letter to him. Or present. I've regretted it ever since.
Oh yeah.
You know what? That is actually sad. I think I remember hearing that story before. I think it was a certain Pokemon episode. It was one of the first season episodes. I do believe. Maybe it's some other cartoon show. Well then, read this letter, old hag. It's from Scarlette. Scarlette, my love. My love, if you're reading this letter, then I am no longer by your side. Because fate has stepped between us, I have decided to write you this letter. If you're reading this, I must have passed away while you were out to sea. I can only assume that you will blame yourself for it, my sweet Bobbery. Although my life was short, you gave me more than a lifetime's worth of joy. Though you will mourn, I beg that you remember that time, like love, is a tide. You are one with the sea, as you were one with me. Do not lose both your lives' loves. Time, like love, is a tide. You are one with the sea, as you were one with me. 1,000 pardons, but I may have a moment alone, if you please. Yes, love, I was happy. My sweet, sweet Scarlette, I love you still.